Hey ladies, happy Sunday. I'm hopping on today to talk about calendar blocking. So I roughly put on a live a little bit ago and I was like, I think I'm gonna try to figure out calendar blocking and what the kind of craze is about it. But so far I have seriously found so many YouTube videos on it, so many videos that talk up this calendar blocking, and I'm going to try it. But before I start to kind of map out mine, I kind of want to show you the materials I gathered, what it really entails, what calendar blocking does for you and for your business, and share kind of the success that it hopefully will bring. So to start off, calendar blocking is to help you benefit, or I guess set aside time for specific events, okay? So there's gonna be 4 colors when we calendar block. You can use whatever colors you want, but I have specific colors set aside for some of these specific events. So if there's a color that makes you think of an event and I'm using a different color for it, it might be better for you to give that event a different color. So I started by printing off just printable little schedules, calendars off of online, totally free. You can just type in, April 2020 calendar printable, and it'll pop up. I went through September because when September starts back up, that's when school starts back up for me. So I'm thinking to myself, my calendar might look a little different, and I might have a better understanding of what my calendar looks like if I just wait until September to kind of get going with that. So I'm setting aside times pretty much spring through summer right now. And I think, kind of just working at your calendar, month by month is probably going to bring you the most success, because we don't always know what our months look like. I know that last month in my my hard book calendar, I had literally like 3 free days, and I said to my friends, I was like, see you never. And we were supposed to go to Marco Island for spring break, so I said, I'll just meet you in Marco. It was like an ongoing joke. They just kept saying, like, meet you in Marco, have fun at dance, like, just stuff like that. But the month of March was supposed to be a good month, full of exciting events, and none of that happened. So my point being is, we don't always know what's coming up in the months, so just kind of printing them off, month by month, and really taking it month by month. So the first color that I use is red. Red is going to cover any family events, events with friends, outings that you have had planned on the calendar for, months out, this is the time to put them in, okay? So if I know that I had a trip, let's say to Marco Island on April 13th, I was leaving, I would put that in red, because I'm flying that day. I'm probably not going to have a whole lot of time to work my business. So if you are leaving, let's say I was leaving in the morning, I would write it up towards here. But if I was leaving in the afternoon, I would write it toward the middle. If I was leaving in the evening, I would probably write it towards the bottom of the day. That way, I don't have to squeeze in times. Because if you're sitting there writing in 4 o'clock recital on April 24th, 7 o'clock recital on April 24th, dress rehearsal, your calendar is you're not gonna be able to read it. It's all gonna be this tiny. And so you're gonna be holding your calendar like this, and you're gonna be like, this isn't benefiting me at all. This isn't helping me. You might as well just transition back to this planner when you have all the space in the world. Calendar blocking is supposed to minimize and kind of help you just visually and mentally be like, okay, I have that kind of in the morning. It's an overview, okay? It's not getting into the details yet. So don't write out the details. I know when I first started with my calendar, I would write out IDP 1, classes, blank to blank. Don't do that. Okay, just write dance, okay? Minimize it. You don't have to go into detail for this. So your red events are all of your friends and family events, okay? If you have anything that has been on the calendar, write that in on red. Our second color is gonna be blue, okay? Blue is kind of where we start to make that transition into Color Street. So blue are all optional events. Most of them will be, actually. Some of them might be a little more mandatory if you feel you need to benefit your business in one way or another. But blue is going to be Zoom calls, team training events, hostess coaching videos, any optional kind of thing that Color Street hands you. So I know that we have like team training on Monday nights. I know that we have team training on Tuesdays that you can go in through the app. So you can just write in blue team training, or you can write CS Color Street, and then you can maybe write live. Okay, just writing in that you know that that event is going on, and that's something that if you do have time for it in that day, you can hop on and kind of, connect with that, and it's going to help you benefit your business and yourself. So if you find the time available, you might as well hop on. Purple is our third color, and purple is my favorite color. Like I said, if you don't like these colors, you can switch them up, but these are just the colors that I have found most people using for these events and stuff. So this is what I'm going with. Purple are hours that you can work your business. So you can coach a new team member. You can work on your hostess coaching. You can book new nail bars. You can watch videos like this to benefit yourself, okay? So just setting aside some hours. Usually we like to say an hour a day, but if that's not something that your calendar's allowing right now, maybe it will a little later down the road, but at least try for half an hour, okay? So just putting in, you should have a purple on almost every day of your month, okay? If you really want a successful business, this is how to do it, okay? Watching those lives, getting all those purple boxes kind of checked off on your calendar and everything. So booking nail bars, team training, hostess coaching, watching training events to benefit yourself and your business, that's what purple is. Your fourth and final color is going to be green, and green stands for money. So if you have a nail bar, I know a lot of people like to do just in-home nail bars on their calendar, but I like to do virtual as well because I truly feel that it helps me see when I started a nail bar, when I need to end it, and kind of in those dates in between what I need to be doing to benefit that nail bar. So if you've watched virtual parties, what I do, I think that's a video on here. If you have watched that, I gave you posts for specific days, so if you feel that you want to follow those posts, maybe writing each of those posts in on green, because you're figuring that if you're doing those posts, you're going to be making money. However, you could be writing them in purple too, but I think, purple is for benefiting my team, myself, and green is solely based on my nail bars and making money. So for those four colors, your calendar is going to start to fill up, but it's not going to have all those details in it. So if you want to go to a hard book calendar and explain those details in it, you can. If you want to transition over to a Google calendar and do it and add in more details, you can. I know there's people who have preferences to have the paper calendar. I'm definitely a paper calendar girl. I've tried to do online calendars and it just does not work for me. I like to be able to color coordinate and see everything kind of laid out here. So if you need larger space and you feel you want to write in dates, feel free to do this. I just feel that this kind of lays the entire month out. It's going to help you succeed and everything. But if you are a Google Calendar girl, you can also hop on and you can, color code everything that you're putting on here. You can calendar block right on Google. And that's something that I hope to maybe get a little better with later down the road, because I feel I don't always have my planner on me. So if you have your phone, with you, it might be a good idea to try and transition over to that. But for now, I'm working on the paper calendar, and I hope that this calendar blocking is gonna benefit me and my business. And I think that really being able to oversee the entire month is truly gonna help me achieve all of that. So I think, if you have any questions on calendar blocking or anything, this is just what I know about it. I'm going to start to block out mine today. So if you guys have any questions along the way or anything, I would love to hear them, because I can definitely, shoot in with another video on this calendar blocking and everything. But for now, get started. Use your reds, your blue, your purple, your green, or change the colors up for what kind of reminds you of each event. But this is going to help us succeed.